Hey guys, today we're reacting to SpongeBob's new Coworker. Let's go.
I work at a gas station in rural
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
Got a voice
It's a
in.
boring job, but it's pretty easy and it pays alright. A few weeks ago, this new guy started. I'll call him Jeremy.
Jeremy, okay.
Jeremy's weird. He's about 25 or 26 and he hardly speaks, but he's got the creepiest laugh I've ever heard. My boss and I have both noticed this, but it's never been a problem, so there's not much we can
Alright guys, I'm back.
do about it. Customers have never complained about him, and he always does his job fairly well.
Alright.
Up until
Alrighty.
That's when things started going missing.
Oh.
Employee theft can be a problem in any business that sells consumer goods, and there was only one person working at the time of this gas station. It's a pretty small place. About 2 weeks ago, my boss started noticing that we were short on motor oil. At first, it was a few containers at a time, then entire cans and boxes from the back room. Pretty soon, entire shipments would be gone the day after we got them, and it would always be right after Jeremy's shifts. My boss has checked the security camera tapes from every single night he worked, but he could never catch him in the act. Jeremy would lock up at closing, then the motor oil would be gone the next day.
Jeez.
My boss usually takes the tapes home with him to try and catch Jeremy stealing, but his daughter has a softball game last night, so he asked me to watch the tape for him. He offered to pay me overtime under the table, so obviously I took the offer. There are 3 cameras, so he gave me 3 different tapes to check. I figured it'd be a long night, but I'm trying to save up for a vacation, so I really need the money. I took the tapes home, popped them into an old VCR, and sat back.
Nothing creepy here, folks.
2 days ago, the last time he worked, Jeremy started at 4:00 p.m. Everything just seemed pretty normal at first. He counted up his drawers, switched off with the girl who was working before him, and waited for a customer. The first person who came in was Mrs. Templeton. The timestamp on the video read 4:03. It was regular. She picked up her cigarettes and a newspaper and paid with a 20. Nothing unusual there. The next customer was some local guy named Ron. He drives a motorcycle, usually comes in every few days, filled up his tank, got a bag of beef jerky, paid with his credit card, and then left. Next was some guy with a cowboy hat. I've never seen him before, but we get plenty of strangers passing through, just like at any gas station. He got $40 worth of diesel fuel, paid with a $100 bill, and went on his way. I sat back inside. The only thing more boring than doing this job is watching someone else do it. My boss's offer was enough to keep me watching, though, so I left the tape on. Everything seemed pretty normal. I had a feeling that if Jeremy was stealing motor oil, he knew we were suspicious of him by now. I didn't expect him to be dumb enough to let us catch him on camera. Things stayed boring and routine until about 5 o'clock. At 5:03, Mrs. Templeton came back in. She must have forgotten something, but she didn't. She bought the same pack of cigarettes as before, and the same newspaper she paid with another 20. It's odd, I thought, but then again, she's a little absent-minded. I thought Jeremy should have told her she already got her smokes, but it's not against the rules to sell somebody the same thing twice. That's when Ron came in again, though. He bought another tank of gas for his motorcycle. Later checked the outdoor camera because I thought maybe he had another car he wanted to fill up, and the same pack of beef jerky he bought again. I don't know. He paid with his credit card again. No big deal. I figured this was just some weird coincidence. Mrs. Templeton is forgetful, and Ron probably owns more than one Harley.
So it must not
That's when the guy in the cowboy hat came back in. I felt a chill run down my spine. Don't get diesel, don't get diesel. I found myself whispering to my empty living room, but he did. He got $40 worth of diesel fuel, paid with another $100 bill. Every move he made was identical to his first visit, right down to the way he scratched his nose before he walked out. Either this guy's rich, owns a lot of trucks, and just moved into town, or something really bizarre was happening. I kept watching. Every customer for the next hour was the same as before. Every single one. I was seriously freaked out. Then at 6:03, Mrs. Templeton walked back in. She grabbed her cigarettes and newspaper again, paid with a 20. I thought I was about to lose it. I only watched another half hour before I started fast-forwarding through the rest. It was all the same. Every customer would come in, exact same lines. 1 hour, exactly apart. Now I know what you're thinking. That sneaky motherfucker Jeremy messed with the tapes. He had run a loop of his first hour of business over and over.
Oh my god.
That wasn't the case. There are windows around the cash register area that the camera covers, and I watched sunlight fade as time ran on. Jeremy's routine didn't loop over. He swept and mopped, restocked, and did all his duties exactly how you'd expect, but the same customers kept coming in. I was panicking at this point. Something was seriously wrong with what I was seeing. I had no explanation for it. I skipped ahead to when he locked up and walked out to his car.
Oh my god,
he hadn't stole anything, but I kept watching just to make sure. I fast-forwarded one last time, to about midnight. At exactly 2:03, out of nowhere, Jeremy's face pops up on camera.
What the hell?
I don't mean he moved his head into view. I mean that 1 second that store was empty. The next second, his face was all I could see.
What?
He wasn't looking at the camera. He was looking at me. I was sure of it.
Nah,
I screamed and fumbled
weird.
for the remote. By the time I grabbed it, he was gone. Just as soon as he had left, one frame he was there. The next he wasn't. My hands were shaking like crazy, but I popped in another tape. The other indoor camera shows the back area, by the cash register, and I would be able to see how he got up to put his face in the camera like that. I skipped ahead to 12:03, but there was nothing.
What's going on with
I would
this?
have been able to see him standing on a chair or something on this tape, but he wasn't there. I didn't see him enter the store at all after he left. It's like he wasn't really there. He doesn't know the security code, and no alarms were triggered that night after he locked up. What I did see, however, was that at 12:03 the motor oil vanished off the shelf. All of it, same as Jeremy's face. 1 second it was there, and the next it wasn't. I turned the tape off and went to bed. But I didn't get a wink of sleep. My body's exhausted right now. Mind is racing. That tape was undoubtedly the creepiest, most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life. I work in a few hours. My boss asked me to bring the tapes back and let him know what I found.
No, don't.
But really, what the fuck am I gonna say? Jeremy works the night shift tonight, directly after me.
True.
And the plan is for my boss to come in just before I leave and confront him with me, as I'm supposed to be the one who caught him stealing. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I suppose I'll have to show my boss the tapes.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch them with him. I never want to see something like that again. I just can't get the image of Jeremy just smiling directly into the camera out of my mind. It was the creepiest look I've ever seen on another human being's face. Anyways, I'm going to try and get some last-minute sleep before I have to go in and deal with this. I'll let you guys know what happened. Update, 2:49 p.m. Updating from my phone. Apologies in advance for errors. My boss just finished watching the last of the tapes. I told him what to expect, but you really can't prepare someone for something like that. He's scared shitless, and I still am too. And Jeremy is due to come in at 4. We've got a little over an hour to get our shit together, but neither one of us knows what to say to him. Is he just a fucked up guy who likes to steal motor oil and scare the shit out of people?
Probably.
Or is he something else? I don't know if this is crazy, but does anyone think he could have anything to do with this time loop? My boss said he never noticed anything like that in the other tapes, but the way he popped up in this one made me think he knew I would be watching. It's like he wanted me to see what he could do, like he was showing off or something. The way he smiled into the camera, he was like a little kid showing you a sandcastle he just built or something. I don't know. I probably sound crazy. I sure feel the part. I'm going to talk to my boss some more. We have to calm ourselves down and figure out how to handle this. I'll update again tonight, but I really have a bad feeling about how this is going to play out. Update 4:33 p.m. No sign of Jeremy. Tried calling him, but his phone has been disconnected. We're calling the police. Update 5:33 p.m. No sign of Jeremy. Tried calling him, but his phone has been disconnected. We're calling the police.
Jeez, bro, this is weird.
Update 6:33 p.m. No sign of Jeremy. Tried
calling him, but his phone is being disconnected. We're calling the police. I know enough
Update
by that.
7:33 p.m. No sign of Jeremy. Tried calling him, but his phone has been disconnected. We're calling the police. Update 8:33 p.m. No sign of Jeremy. Tried calling him, but his phone has been disconnected. We're calling the police. Update 10:58 p.m. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. I just got home and saw my previous updates. Things make less sense now than ever. Here's what I can tell you. I went to work, Jeremy never showed up, my boss and I decided to call the cops.
God.
When I picked up the phone to call, though, the sun went out. I shit you not. That's what I thought happened. Apparently I blacked out for exactly 5 hours because when I woke up and looked at the clock. It was 9:33. I got stuck in Jeremy's time loop.
What the fuck?
Then I snapped out of it at the exact point I blacked out. If that makes any sense. But that's when things got really weird. My boss was right next to me when I blacked out, ready to corroborate my story to the cops. When I came to, the phone was in my hand, but it was dead, not even a dial tone. My boss was still right there. But he wasn't moving, he was standing up, but frozen. I looked at the clock again, and it wasn't moving. The second hand was stuck at 12, and it was 9:33 exactly. The clock on the register, the computer screen, wasn't moving either. My phone was frozen. There was even a customer at the register, waiting for my boss to get him cigarettes. I'm betting that would have been his 5th pack of the day.
What the fuck?
I got the fuck out of there. Didn't lock up, didn't turn the lights out. Sorry, guys, I didn't grab the security tapes to upload on the internet. Believe me, that was the last thing on my mind. The gas station is on a major highway. Cars are parked along it, except they weren't parked. They were just frozen. The people inside were staring, still as wax statues. I got in my car, prayed it would start, Thankfully, it did. About halfway
Oh my
home, time started up
God.
again. The static from the radio turned into music, like it's supposed to be. And from what I could tell by listening to the host talking between songs, no one noticed a time freeze, or whatever it was. I was the only one. Well, I'm sure Jeremy noticed as well. I still
Yeah,
have no clue where he is or what he's
Jeremy.
doing. I'm hiding in my room calling the cops again in the morning. I don't know if I ever got through to them before, or if I did. Whether they took me seriously, I'm scared for my life at this point. I'll update tomorrow if
Yeah,
I
that's
can.
just freaky.
Final update, 10:33 a.m. I finally fell asleep last night around 4. I have no
Okay.
idea how I did it. I guess exhaustion finally got the best of me. This morning I woke up to my phone ringing. It was my boss. He'd been calling me since about 6. He woke up when time turned back on last night and immediately called the cops. They came by to see what was wrong, and he told them everything. The police around here are small-time guys. They were more concerned with the missing motor oil than anything. But my boss figured he would take it as long as he had their attention. They decided to go looking for Jeremy. We keep all of our employee applications on file, and since Jeremy just started working here, he was easy to find. They checked the address and headed over to his house. You're not going to believe what they found.
What?
The address Jeremy listed on his application was an empty lot, or at least now it is. There used to be a house there, but it burned down in 1993. Being a small town, almost everyone remembers that fire. A family of 4 used to live there way back then.
Rumor
has it that they had an estranged son who they never really talked about.
got goosebumps.
But I can't say for sure if that's true. What I can say is true is that after an insurance investigation, the fire was ruled as arson. The entire house was soaked in oil and torched with a Molotov cocktail. The entire family was sleeping when it happened. None of them survived. They never caught the guy who did it. Rumor has it, when they tried to contact the estranged son, no one could find him.
What?
Anyways, my boss called and told me this, and I freaked out. Then he asked me to come to the gas station. What, are you crazy? I said. But he assured me that the cops were there with him. And then he dropped a bomb. The FBI were also in town, and they were going to talk to me one way or another, so I might as well come in. It's about 7:15, and I wanted to go back to bed, but I figured I wouldn't be able to sleep much more anyway, so I went down. 4 men in suits greeted me and told me to have a seat. We went over everything 2 or 3 times until they got all the details down. I told them about Jeremy, the security tape last night at work, everything. Finally, after they finished, one of the agents said, "Oh, Christ, we got another one on our hands."
Why'd you say Christ?
Then they made me sign a bunch of papers saying I wouldn't tell anyone what happened, so I can't say much more. I might be breaking the law just by posting this. So now I'm home. I'm not sure what to do with myself. The agent's words, when I told him the story, are going to haunt me for the rest of my life. Anyways, I gotta go. I have some errands to run today. And then I have to go to work to pick up some tapes. My boss and I think this new guy, Jeremy, he's a complete creep. He's stealing motor oil.
What the fuck?
And I have to watch the security footage to see if I can catch him doing it.
No.
I have better things to do, but my boss is paying me overtime under the table, and I'm trying to save for vacation, so I really can't use the money. It should be pretty simple. The oil always goes missing right after his shift. I figure I'll just watch the tapes, catch him in the act, and that will be that.
Time loop. Time loop. Alright, guys, that was good, but it was just weird. Peace out, boys.